Yeah, good way to kick off this video here. Nice looking tanker truck there among all the fucking STM scrap. Look, it's all scrap. Son of a bitch. Garbage, junk. Anyway, there used to be a huge building here. Yep, used to be a part of the children's hospital. And it's all been demolished. It's all gone. Really not the nicest day today to film. But I got out real late today. I was taking it slow. Just grabbing my Timmy's coffee here. I need it because a drug is a drug, and you know, frankly, I used to smoke weed. I don't do that anymore. I used to smoke cigarettes. I don't do that anymore. So I have to have something. We all have vices, eh? Yeah. So once again, spur of the moment decision as usual. I'm on the corner of Tupper Street and what is it called? Albert des Clos, I think. And yeah, here's especially a really nice reason to do a video. Check the amazing architecture on that. Where are you going out of focus? Oh, right, because of the cold and the wind. Yeah, that's another thing that's a turnoff today is this fucking wind. Annoying, relentless wind. I really don't like that. And that's one of the reasons why I'm filming in this direction is because I'm trying to walk with the wind. Beautiful building. Yeah. Well, those of you who know me well know how obsessed I am with old cars and trucks and trains and whatever. I was out of Point St. Charles before filming a few trains, and I get back to Center Street and there's this drives by, man, old Chevy or GMC van there, camper, real cool, man. 350 making a lot of noise, or 305, one of the two, and all dirty. You can tell it's being enjoyed. You know, this old home actually, I think, might actually be the nicest friggin' building on the whole street. Look at that, they don't make them like that anymore. I don't like how the camera keeps going out of focus, though. That's not cool. Starting to wonder if I got something maladjusted here. You know? Maladjusted. Did I make up a word? Maybe. Yeah. Then you got sky. Then you got a high-rise like this. It looks like it was built, I'd say, probably 60s, when Montreal was booming, baby. And and you know what? It's actually going through another boom yet again, right now, man. Yeah. It's crazy, especially here downtown. Holy shit, man! If I was to rent an apartment here, I'm so broke. A fucking 1.5 would cost me what, like $600-700 a month? It's nuts, man. I mean, you look at all the cars parked here. It's not for the poor people, man. Seriously, at all. But I'm intrigued with this building. All of a sudden, it's got a. It's interesting. It's got a kind of like a basement type entrance. And usually, when you see buildings like that, with an entrance at the bottom like that, usually means there's an elevator. Usually, but not always. See, the wind's not bad here. Look at all these fucking cars, eh? Boy, our times have changed. Look, not one of these cars practically is American. You know? Because the American car companies did themselves in a long time ago by building inferior products, and they were just not... They were subpar compared to the Japanese. And I'm not going to say fucking BMW and Audi, because even BMW and Audis and Mercedes are not actually as good at cars as the Japanese. Toyota, Mazda, Nissan, Lexus, Acura, Mitsubishi, you know? Hey, check this out. Look at this. Must have been a Greek who built this one here. Look at the fucking Roman columns there, or Italian. Greek columns there. Interesting. Well, yeah. Well, despite the weather, I figured why not do a walk anyway. I didn't film much today, like I said. I know a lot of you guys are really hooked onto this on my channel, and it's not my first thing I love doing, but I do love doing it. Here in the corner of Seymour Street. Seymour! And Tupper. Come on, focus. Fucking son of a bitch. You know what it is, too, is I'm going to down this coffee. It's because I'm holding the camera with one hand, so I'm not holding it steady. That's the trouble. Look at this gorgeous home here. Ooh. How much is that? $1.3 million? fucking shitty, rusty old Odyssey. Among all these colorless cars.
Your name doesn't have to be Pat, does it?
No.
No?
Why is that?
Because you were filming, and I know a guy that has a YouTube channel that films around here, but I thought your voice sounded like his.
I do know a guy named Pat who has a YouTube channel.
This guy? I think it's Pat because I saw it in the comments. But
His name is Sky of the Universe?
Sky of the Universe, yeah.
Yeah, he started filming because of me, actually.
You do the same things? Because I'm looking to do something similar.
Yeah, there's nothing. Oh, that's funny. I just met this cat who says he watches a guy's video that that actually started making videos because of me. And actually the funny thing is, I don't like this guy because he copies too much about what I do. So go figure, you know? That's funny, isn't it? It's funny. I'm telling you, it must have been a Greek who made this, or an Italian. There's no other way it would be anybody else who would make a fucking apartment building with Greek columns. It's very unusual. But it's interesting. Look at the size of those windows. Don't even actually look like a downtown building. Interesting. Interesting. Camera's staying in focus. But it is a very old building though, so those columns, that was all added, that's for sure. There's no doubt about it. This place was renovated, and all those columns and that roof there, triangular roof, that was all added. These sides, I think. Totally. We can see if there's an elevator, but might not be. Interesting looking building. Yeah. Intriguing. It's intriguing. Yeah. Tupper Street. Like Tupperware. Oh shit, the damn battery's showing half full. I must have the shit battery in here. Oh look, an American car. A Jeep. Jeep, by the way. You know, just for the hell of it, sometime recently I was actually doing a little virtual tour via Google Street View. There's a nice charger there. And I was looking around different places in Italy. And if there's an American vehicle that I've seen more common than any other type of American vehicle in Europe, I think it's Jeep or Chrysler products. Like in Sweden, they love fucking Chryslers and the Chrysler 300, Charger, stuff like that. Interesting. What is this? This must be St. Mark, maybe, I think. Let's go take a look. Taurus. I used to think that I designed that car back when I was a bit more crazy and not of the most sane logic, frankly. This is... Oh yeah, 4th Street, right on, where formerly the home of CJ 8800. The station, one of many that plays too many fucking commercials. It drives me nuts. That's why I can't really stand this station anymore. And you know what they're going to turn around and say? They're going to say, oh, we have to pay the bills, you know, the operating costs. Yeah, I used to be in that high-rise building right there. Now they're on Papineau. I'm going to... this is coffee here. All right. So now, the camera... Oh, God, those people are smoking some serious strong stuff. I'm only going to start smoking weed again if it's actually legalized and I can get cannabis that doesn't fucking make you bad trip on 2 puffs, for Christ's sake. Seriously. You know? Look at these charming old homes right here, eh? Can you imagine if you were to go back 30, 40 years ago? How inexpensive they must have been. I'm going to stop here for a second and check something here, though. You know, just checking the setting on my camera to see if the autofocus was working full time, because like I said before twice, it doesn't usually go out of focus like that when I look up. But again, I think it's because I was holding the camera with one hand, and you know, the cold and the wind, it's not driving too well with it. Did I mention we're downtown? Did I mention we're in downtown Montreal? Eh? What the fuck is with this Mercedes? Holy Christ, who the hell greased this car? That is weird, man. Oh, unfortunately, also another down part to days like this that are so fucking depressingly and dark and colorless. The colorless cars look even more colorless. Check out these old homes, eh? It's amazing. It's a miracle they're still here. Beautiful, charming. Amazing I never did a walk here before. Probably should be filming this on a beautiful day, but hey, you know, whatever. It's nice. But this is especially nice. Look at the detail on that. That's a lot of work to paint that like that. I mean, it's two-tone. Absolutely stunning. Victoria style houses, I think they're called. Victoria era, like 1700s. Look at that window. Fabulous. Dynamite. Imagine back in the day, man, all the people who live around here, everybody was English. There was probably like 2 French people that lived here, you know? Seriously. Seriously. I could live here easily. However, that being said, I don't know if I'd be a fan of living downtown. Too much shit down here, too much noise. I think people who live down here are the really hip people, seriously, who, you know, maybe they're younger or students or people even or they're older than me. They're just hip. They go to bars, they go to pubs, and they're involved in all kinds of things. I'm not that type of person. There's a failure of a car, eh? Look at that Chrysler 200. Wow. Is that what it is? Or a Chrysler Sebring, sorry. Yeah, that's a later model. They were not, they didn't sell too fucking well there in the later years. I don't know what year it is. Maybe 2008, 9, something like that. I don't know. Look at this place, eh? Le Manoir. Gee, it's actually amazing that this sign is still here. No wonder it's still there. It looks like it's fucking cast iron. Nobody could ever take that off. That's cool though. I like that. And in the age where we live in a city of fucking degenerates, frankly. Fucking graffiti everything, steal everything. Oh my god. Anyway, well, oh, actually there's a little bit more here. Oh boy, look at this guy. You ever heard of a car wash? Oh my goodness. Looks like it just came out of winter. Maybe it did. Maybe it was in storage for a long time, you know? Yeah. And this is La Rue Saint-Marc. And there's a tunnel there. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do a walk through there one day. Yeah. And Saint-Marc, and then after that is Saint-Mathieu. And do I want to keep filming here? I'm just going to meander across here. Across these colorless fucking cars. Oh, what the fuck. We'll keep walking. There's a fire escape there. Something you see more in New York City than here. Hopefully it'll never be needed. Oh yeah, I'd be a fool not to film. Look at the lampposts alone are cool. Check those out. And look at all these windows. Wow, that is so fucking cool. They're like bay windows. How often do you see that in an apartment building? Not often, especially something of this age. This is clearly a building that was built, Christ, could have been like 80, 100 years ago easily. Probably back in the day when a beautiful vintage Otis Fensom elevator reigned supreme. And wow, that's a beautiful color on this Mercedes. Very nice. That's what I'm talking about. SL, beautiful color. Anyway, the Otis Fensom elevator in this building, which would have been original, you know, had a gate, or as they call it, like an accordion type gate. It's really cool they're still here. I mean, they really could have, all this shit could have been demolished, seriously. God, it's inspiring though. Imagine having a time machine to go back here in time when these were like, you know, just built, and there were horse and buggies, and people would dress formal just to go for a ride. People would, back in the day, would dress formally just to go for a ride in a car. No joke. Look at that. Look at the charm of these homes. They'll never make anything like this again. All these ornate, beautiful details. There's a bag up on that tree. Fantastic. Fantastic. Look at that. All these different colors. Kind of reminds you of San Francisco. Which I've seen a few videos actually that there is an exodus happening right now in San Francisco. People are getting the fuck out. Way too expensive to live there. Property taxes, high crime, all you name it. They got a lot of problems. I guess when you think of it, that was inevitable because of the fact that, I mean, look, when I went there in 2006, that year alone saw a record amount of tourism. I think something like that may be starting to happen here in Montreal as well. You know, as they say, due to reasons beyond our control. Fantastic. Fantastic. La la la. Oh, non-scrap. Nice. That reminds me, my friend Joe is driving right now the 57 route. I was happy to talk to him today. I don't get to talk to him too often, you know? Yeah, man. Well, you know, things have changed when the buildings are generally more interesting than all of these fucking cars combined. Except for that SL Mercedes, the Charger. That's about it. That's when you know you're a diehard car guy. When, you know, you really, you don't like most vehicles from today. It's just, meh. Well, that's a perfect place to end. I'm going to stop here. I'm going to walk up there. There's metro stations over there. Guy Concordia metro stations over there. I got the fire station over there. And I'm going to head home. Well, there you go, guys. I hope you dug it. And please subscribe and rate and comment. Lots of sarcasm intended. Bye.